On the channel, we have already done 2 Mega Pops respectively with both the Wizard Lord Phoenix and the Archmage. But can we get every single pop in the game? Now you're probably thinking round 25 obviously will stop us from being able to do this. But Ezili's level 3 allows purple popping and prevents, obviously that's quite useful as well. So we're using Heartstopper to be able to bypass our weaknesses of purple balloons. But in order to be able to get to that point, we're going to have to be able to get through these rounds, which my placement of the Archmage is not exactly what you call very good. Place you slightly more to the left so it can preemptively attack over here. Thank you very much, game. All it takes is a pixel to the left, and that makes all the difference. Fireball online. Guided magic so that we're not just firing in a straight line, and hopefully we're going to get a balloon. We will get the balloons. I hope you all have had a very wonderful Christmas where you are. Are you back to normality? Me? I have issues. The issue being a lone blue balloon trying to escape from my tracks, but that's obviously not going to be the case for eternity, as we are going to micro the very hell out of this. Just like that. Okay, so next up, I'm thinking of a glue gunner. And this glue gunner is going to enable us as the player to slow down these balloons so that then this monkey is going to be able to pop all of them. That's the plan anyways, and that seems to do a trick, because I think on this spot, round 9 is just incredibly difficult. Round 13, we're going to be able to get ourselves the Wall of Fire, and thanks to having guided magic, we get a little cursor to indicate where we want to put our Wall of Fire. But after we get MIB, I almost wish we would have a different hero here that would be more beneficial towards our cause, like Geraldo. Or even Gwen put to the side would be more beneficial because of the passive benefits towards Dragon's Breath, which I'm not too sure it actually benefits the Archmage. Like, it spews out the Dragon's Breath, but doesn't actually have the Dragon's Breath upgrade. Now, because we have chosen the middle path for our Archmage, it means we're going to have to do something about round 24. And don't you worry, I have a solution. Guided magic also extends the lifespan of Wall of Fire, which is a pretty cool little quality of life there, because sometimes the Wall of Fire just doesn't exist. But as soon as round 23 ends, we are going to quickly upgrade this submarine to a submersion support. There we go, submersion support. We don't have to worry about camera balloons at all for the run, but we do have to worry about the purple balloon that's spawning here. So Heartstopper means that any immunities that the purple balloons will have will be temporarily revoked. I'm sure that people, when they see the description of level 3, they probably just assume that this just affects Ezili, because there's not really any kind of descriptor in place as to like all balloons, sorry, all attacks that would otherwise not hit a purple balloon. This is also ironically a video going through the new buffs of the Archmage when it comes to the Fireball, the Wall of Fire, and the Dragon's Breath. It's what you call a monster against low class balloons. It's still quite a weak tower against a huge amount of ceramics, but then again, there are a lot of towers which are weak against huge hordes of super fortified ceramics. Right, let's put our village of choice down, which is the village. Yeah, we've got Arcane Mastery, so that's pretty good. Hopefully we have... Oh, think about this round first, bro. Almost forgot that purple balloons do indeed spawn around 32. The minimum requirement to get all pops with a wizard is to be able to get an MIB for your wizard by round 62, because the Heartstopper ability does not last for every single purple balloon on that round. So we need a permanent solution to our purple problems. But we can't afford Arcane Spike for round 40, so I think we should be able to be in range of a Moab glue purchase to slow down, obviously, all of the Moabs going from this point onwards, but more strategically, the first Moab of the game, so that then we have enough time to be able to pop it with just the Arcane Mastery. Now you're probably wondering why I'm not using an Alchemist to enhance the damage capabilities of our Arcane Mastery wizard at this given point in time, and the simple answer is it's gonna steal Pops, which we can't go for an all Pops challenge. So there goes that little comment that might be put down in the comment sections below. You should use an alchemist, it really enhances the attack capability. Oh, that was just the perfect snipe there. Round 45, another round with purple balloons. Use the Heartstopper ability, and just like that, they are gone. Such slow leads. Arcane Spike is now a go. And we should get radar scanner so that we can guarantee our pops against camera balloons, because if enough of them are, well, what you would call really evasive of our submersible support, they could actually just go through, and if they would be not decamified. Second mob of the game, no problem now, as our Arcane Spike does a huge amount of damage against mob class balloons, which is pretty good for our scenario here. And Overclock is now online, which means we can use it for the BFB. I'm pretty sure we don't need the Overclock to take down the BFB, but I like that additional attack speed. It's a shame we can't quite reach over here, but in this spot over here in comparison to this spot or that spot or where the glue gunner is, I think we have better coverage of the entire track. Like with the middle and the very end of the track on Frozen Over. And thanks to having MIB, we no longer have to worry about purple balloons. Right, round 63. What can we do on this very specific round? Hopefully we can be able to pop all of these. At the moment, this is looking very, very precarious. Very precarious indeed. Okay, I think we've got just enough PS to be able to go through this, although the rest of the round should be a bit easier since we've got leads now closer to where the Arcane Spike is, which means we can do a little bit of preemptive firing on these ceramics if we have the chance to do so. Final lot of ceramics. Please take them all down. Please take them all down. Cursed yellow balloons trying to get through, and we just managed to do it. Just. I think the best gift for Christmas is having family around the household on the day. No, but seriously, Christmas is just not the same without family. If you didn't have family for Christmas, then Christmas is just a bunch of decorations and nobody to share those decorations with. And when it comes to presents, obviously you can't buy presents for yourself because then it wouldn't be a surprise. Unless, of course, you hit your head on the wall so hard after wrapping up the presents that you have forgotten what you have bought for yourself, so therefore that could be a surprise. But why would you give yourself a medical condition deliberately just so that you can forget the presents that you bought for yourself for Christmas? It just doesn't make any sense. You're only giving yourself a disadvantage for one little bit of clout. And it's not even clout, it's just, what are you doing? How will the Arcane Spike fare for around 75 BFBs? Because there are 7 of these in total throughout the round, and there is a lot of PS to try and compensate for in order to go through this round. Please hold. Oh my god, we don't even have Overclock active. That would be a big help, wouldn't it now? There we go, round 75 is done and dusted. So for round 76, we're going to combine Heartstopper with Glue Strike, and we should be able to clear through all of this. There we go. Now, what about round 78? This should be okay to handle with. I wish my Glue Strike was online at the beginning of the round, but beggars can't be choosers, and we definitely are not choosing our destiny today. Well, besides victory, that's the only destiny in which we can actually receive. No death to yellow balloons. Sorry, from yellow balloons. Round 78, second Glue Strike usage when the ceramics are over here, and it should make our job a lot easier going through that ceramic layer. Operation Exterminate the Regrow Rainbows is a go. They will not be able to make their way past this point. I was going to say past this point when we're looping back around, but that's obviously not going to happen. We should deploy our Glue Strike soon, just so that it makes the rest of these just a tad bit easier. And would you please Moab glue the BFBs, please? Right, hopefully this should grant us the money for the Archmage. And no, that's not it. How dare ye? But this one surely will. There we go. We now have the will of wizard gods. So what's our next financial venture? Call to arms, homeland defense, and we should be all good. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the benefits of Ultra Boost by round 100. And even though this could probably do a 2-tower chimps on this map with just the Archmage and the Ultra Boost, I'd rather not get any pops with our engineer over here, thank you very much. Plus, this gives something that the Ultra Boost cannot give. Pierce benefits temporarily. Do not ask about what this mortar is for. It is absolutely for zero purpose whatsoever. Call to arms against the ZMGs. Absolutely incinerated. With the Archmage, Ninja Kiri obviously swapped with a guy who usually gives every single tower enough, with a person who decides, you know what, let's give the Archmage a buff. I've already got insight as to what change is going to be made in update 48, update 47, February, update 48, April, possibly, I don't know. Do you think I look like a person who gets given information? That's not the case whatsoever. Then again, saying that makes me look like I'm a guilty associate. But one way that you can help me out is by subscribing to the channel so that you can see future videos like this on your subscription feed. And perhaps when we get to 100,000 subscribers, I'll be going through every single one of my videos and seeing how many times I have died to yellow balloons. Because long-time viewers of the channel know that I die a lot to yellow balloons. Base mortar 0, galaxy 0, engineer 0. We have zeros all across the board. 0, 0, obviously 0, 0. This thing can somehow get pops from this range with a wall of fire. I'm not complaining, it's just an observation. Annihilating round 94. Excellent. Did I hear you wanted the premium no death experience DDTs? Well, unfortunately, I didn't get your email. And we are so close to the homeland defense. This is pretty good. 100% additional attack speed and boost while this ability is activated. I'm pretty sure it's 25 mortar strikes that you need in order to free the caveman monkey. And this is 30. It'd be pretty weird if it was 25 actually, but I don't know why I was thinking of something which obviously doesn't exist. Right, let's just use absolutely everything that we have for this round. There's no mucking about here. We're just going to absolutely annihilate the entire competition, and there's just not going to be even a question or shadow of doubt about it. There's round 98 just absolutely obliterated. Round 99, fortified DDTs. Can we deal with all of these, or we're going to have to do a bunch of chasing? But that's not the case. Lovely. Round 100. Right, overclocked, glue strike, and homeland defense. Let's see what we can do with all of this. Hopefully we can go through all of this without a single worry whatsoever. And I think that is far enough now in order to free the cave monkey. Oh, it is 30 of them, isn't it? There we go, and the perfect ideal spot away from the rest of the track. Brilliant. We've got ourselves every single pop with the wizard. What was that, a galaxy? I didn't quite get you there. So 2,042,718, 2,042,718, and most of all, which is most important, we have freed the cave monkey. You can get wall of fire by round 11. We don't need a glue gunner in this case because we are on an easier map than Frozen Over. But then again, a lot of maps can say that they are easier than said map, although not many are easier than Frozen Over. In the grand scheme of the game, when it comes to resort nowadays, you have to specify which resort, regular resort, or last resort. First resort or last resort. I'm sorry, Galaxy, you're gonna have to be hidden behind the settings button. Here we go, we got our submarine down. We managed to get it before round 24, which is brilliant. Although you didn't quite decamo down there, which is going to be a little bit annoying for the early rounds. And purple balloons go away. We could have gone camo detection, Wizard Lord Phoenix, but I like the homing fire in which the Phoenix has if you go with guided magic. I've decided that I don't have enough firepower. Let's get even more fire. Another round with purple balloons? No problem. We just have enough money for the Moab glue, although we should be more effective against the Moab with the Dragon's Breath than we were with the Arcane Mastery. Mastery of just about being able to pop the Moab. More purple balloons. No problem. And I still think we don't have enough fire. Right, let's go towards the radar scanner. Thank you very much. Let's get all of them close by and that's it. I'm wondering if an ice bridge is more appropriate than trying to put the engineer down bottom left. Like, try and put it in the waters as far much as I can, and hopefully it's far away enough so it's not able to attack any Moabs, which are on this little point over here. Just so it saves us from worrying about round 100 and being able to pop the bad quick enough before it gets to this little bottom left point here. Then again, I'm also thinking that that might be money in which we need to invest in other things, like a homeland defense, so we're not going to do that and play this risky. There's always the risky play in which we definitely need to do, and that risky play starts here. If we can actually put this engineer down at the bottom leftmost corner of the map, oh, for goodness sakes, I think that must be it. Hopefully, just don't attack any Mars, please. I know you're very keen to attack with a nickname like that. Also, we got an MIB. You want some buffs? We like buffs. I also like gluing the masses as well. The masses that are in this game, by the way. Don't read too deep into it, okay? It's just a game about monkeys popping balloons. Some of them even have the metal feature to them. I hope Bloons Tower Defense 6 continues to thrive both in the player base and also financially for Ninja Kiwi, because one thing that I do not want to see at all is Ninja Kiwi ceasing updates for this game, because they are financially poorly from the game itself, and therefore they have to focus on making other games which may make more profit, or probably, which a lot of people keep asking for, is a Bloons Tower Defense 7. I think this game has only just begun its lifespan, to be honest, and we have many more paragons that needs to be added into the game before we can officially say that this game's lifespan has ended. But at the moment we have much more immediate threats, like affording the Wizard Lord Phoenix throughout the 80s. One thing that you're going to notice at the victory screen is that the Wizard Lord Phoenix is going to carry less pots on it than the game is actually going to portray the tower. Because the game itself, I think this has been a theme since the game's debut, where if you have a sub-tower, so in this wizard's case, that would be the Phoenix that spawns out temporarily, or the huge Phoenix that spawns out temporarily from the Wizard Lord Phoenix. Once the sub-tower itself, so the Phoenix or the big Phoenix, disappears, any projectiles that they have left on screen will not contribute towards the tower's overall pop count. So you're going to be missing a sizable chunk, but we will be checking all these towers just to give you the heads up that we definitely got all of the pops in the game, but the game will obviously undercount it because sub-towers, when they disappear, do not contribute towards the main tower's pop count contribution. For 2025, I do want to do like a mini series where I go over a lot of towers within a 2 megapop scenario, where I explain why they are a very, very good means of supporting your 2 megapops tower, and all of the different scenarios that you could probably put them in alongside upgrades. So let's say, for example, with the glue gunners, you don't want an upgrade that is either the corrosive glue or the super glue, because then that means that the glue gunner is able to do damage. You don't want to do that. You always want to stick to non-lethal glue gunners, so that then you are always able to glue the balloons and they're not doing a single bit of damage whatsoever. But also I may do like an all Pops Chimps guide, where you need to avoid using certain towers in order to actually get through the scenario, getting every pop with that tower. and avoiding stuff like ice towers or alchemists, unless of course you can get the alchemist far away enough from the track where it can't even hit a bad. Stuff like that. I do want to explore into more territories in 2025 and hopefully help people out, because sometimes within these scenarios it can go so quickly where there's not enough time really to absorb what is actually going on. You're just watching the complete incineration of the balloons as they go forward. So let's look at this pop count very carefully here. We are going to have the wizard disappear, and hopefully it able to disappear before it gets... There we go. So some of the damage in which the Phoenix done to the ZMG did not count. And that is part of the problem with this game since its debut, is that sub towers don't contribute towards the pop count when the sub tower disappears. I keep saying things a lot of time throughout the videos, like I do forget a lot of the time, but I've said a certain bit of information and people will be like, yeah, we know you said this thing like about 5 times already, why do you keep saying it? Unfortunately, it's just a side effect of what I have when it comes to my verbal dyspraxia, which is part of the autistic spectrum, where quite a common trait in which people have is that they repeat information in which we have already said, and in this case a lot of the time sometimes, so can be pretty dicey at times, life can be, but no harm is done, but people always take things the wrong way. Right, here we have fortified super ceramics to contest to it, but that's why we have this glue hose over here, to slow down the super fortified ceramics progression, so that then we have enough time to take everything down. Now you see where the fire is homing around trying to get to its next target. That wouldn't be possible if we didn't get the guided magic. It would just go in a straight line. Right, canvas pop all of the balloons. You know what, we could just summon the Phoenix just in case if it gets out of the wizard's range. And we should be able to get the Wizard Lord Phoenix on round 8, or even like this round. If we get this round, that'd be brilliant. Come on now, come on now. Come on, Harry, Wizard Potter, Lord of the Phoenix. And there it is. I do want to get Relentless Glue just so that we can stun balloons when nearby Relentless glued balloons are, well, when we're bobbed. But I do want to get Homeland Defense first. Speed is going to be very important. Let's see how long we can last for without using the Wizard Lord Phoenix's huge ass Phoenix ability. And like with Archmage and Ultra Boost, you can even do a Wizard Lord Phoenix Ultra Boost 2-tower chimps, which I think is actually a lot harder to do just because of the upgrade progression, the amount of money for Wizard Lord Phoenix and the Ultra Boost. Like, I don't think you can afford both by round 95, or if you can, then it's like mid-round or definitely in the late 90s. Although one thing I'm definitely noticing is that the Wizard Lord Phoenix is definitely a better ceramic clearer upper than the Archmage would ever be. But Moabs, gosh, the Archmage buffs recently it's just the best Moab popper out of the 3 wizards, to be honest. Harry the Wizard, can he pop them? Harry the Wizard, of course he can. Let's try Call to Arms, which is bloody good. Still no ability used. Still haven't used the Wizard Lord Phoenix ability or Clicks 5 at all. We're coming very close to where we're gonna definitely need to use it, but still not using it. May need to use it this round. Now we'll overclock and see how we fare. And also Call to Arms as well. Unlike Ultra Boost, the Homeland Defense, also Call to Arms as well, can also benefit the ability itself, whereas the Spanner only benefits the main tower. Right, round 98. I think we'll do both of those and see how we fare. If I find out that I'm popping these too quickly, then we will restart the round, because I'm definitely going to need the Wizard Lord Phoenix ability for round 99. That's for certain. That's definitely for certain. And we have ourselves Wizard Lord Phoenix and Homeland Defense, people. Okay, can we do this? Of course we can. We just need to time this very well here. Okay, there we go. That should be it. And that is almost instantaneously, which is bloody good on our end. And we have Overclock ready for this, but we don't have the money for a Glue Strike. We're gonna need that money. Hopefully you can pop this before you get round to the engineer. Please pop this before you get to the engineer. Please pop it before you get to the engineer. Please, big old massive bird, fire the fire the fireballs. Please don't hit. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, that was so close to getting into the range of that. Okay, our efforts have been rewarded with an almost unupgraded tack shooter. And as you can tell, we have less counts down here than the total damage would implicate. So let's just go over this, okay? We've got Galaxy, no pops. Submersion support, no pops. You want some buffs, no pops. Dr. Frack, surprisingly, no pops. Glue Gunner, no pops. Engineer, no pops. Can you see any other towers on the field here? No. This has gotten all of the pops within the game, but of course, some of the pops didn't count. If you look on the screen, there are no other towers that could potentially steal. This has been submerged all of the game. That's got 0. That's got 0. That's got 0. That's 0. That's 0. That's 0. Do I need to explain myself? This is something that other expert players at this game can say that this is a problem. And sometimes it can be a big problem when it comes to authenticating 2 mega pops with certain towers in the game. Thank you all so much for watching. And obviously when it undercounts, you have to look at your other towers to see if they equal to 42,653 or something along those lines actually. And there we go. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below. And whenever you are in the store, please use my creator support code whenever you are purchasing anything. That is a huge contribution towards me being able to survive. If you don't use this, I will die. I don't actually, no. It's a tiny portion, but every little house, as Tesco would say. I'm not reliant on this money in order to actually survive. That is just a joke. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves, people.